What's up, guys? I'm really excited about this video today. I know I say that all the time, but today I've been thinking about this one for a long time, and I'm really excited to get to do it. Today I'm doing buffalo style ribs. What we're gonna do though is take our own kind of take on it. We're not gonna do a traditional style rib. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use Kosmos Q wing dust. I'm really excited about this. I've tried some of their other ones. We've got some other videos with their other flavors, but this one I'm really excited about, just their regular mild buffalo flavor. And then we're gonna put in a little bit of this John Henry's Mojave garlic seasoning just to give us a little bit of that extra twang that we get from those extra herbs and spices. We'll be using just regular mustard, yellow mustard, as our binder. It will probably smoke for anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, and then we'll wrap them. When we wrap, we'll wrap them in some Louisiana hot sauce to give it that extra little bit of a buffalo flavor, but we'll still have our butter, our honey, our brown sugar, all those things that we normally do when we wrap our ribs. So today I'm gonna probably cook them on the pit barrel cooker. It's kind of raining outside right now, so I need to kind of play it by ear. Got a lot of construction going on outside at our house, so we'll be doing it in the driveway. More to come on that part later, but let's get to these ribs. What I'm gonna do first is remove that membrane, then we'll put the seasoning on, then we'll go ahead and get the pit fired up while we let those seasonings really soak into the meat and infuse that flavor. So stick around because this one's gonna be exciting. I think that ought to do it. So now what I'm gonna do is just cover these up, put them in the refrigerator for maybe an hour or two, and then we'll go get the pit fired up, throw them on there. I'm gonna hang them just like you're supposed to do in the pit barrel, and we'll see how these go. Like I said, I'm not gonna put them on. I'm not gonna do a full 3, 2, 1. The pit barrel puts a lot of smoke on your meat. I don't particularly like having a ton of smoke on the meat, so that's where I find somewhere between that hour and 2 hour mark is usually where I like to go on the pit barrel for ribs. So stick around, we'll go get that thing fired up and we'll get these cooled down in the refrigerator. Okay guys, we've got our ribs ready to get on the pit barrel. Pit barrel's all nice and warmed up. It's probably sitting around 275 or so. So we've got a bunch of really hot coals in there. And then I've got the ribs, I've got them all hooked up. I double hooked it. And then if we can get it to unstick here. Or did I go through the pause? No. All right. Then we'll just go right on one of these hooks. We'll do that. And then I'm gonna throw a few cherry chunks in there. So I'll just kind of distribute them all around. And then we'll cover it up. All right, we're gonna let those go for anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. I'm really just gonna look for the color. I wanna make sure they have a good kind of mahogany reddish color to them. And then once they get to that level where I think they're good, we'll take them out, we're gonna wrap them, and that's when we're gonna add a little bit of a buffalo kick to it on top of our buffalo seasoning that we've already added, so stay tuned. Okay guys, we've had the ribs on for about 2 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look. I think it's about time to pull them and wrap it. Oh yeah, these look perfect. I've got plenty of color on them. They're still really juicy. They haven't been all dried out by the pit barrel. It's time to go ahead and wrap these. So meet me inside and we'll show you what we're gonna do to them. All right, we're back inside. We've got our ribs off the grill. We cooked them for about 2 hours at 275. Now what we're gonna do is basically build our wrap. So you can see I've put down a little bit of butter, but we're also gonna add a few things to it. We're gonna add some honey. I'm not gonna go too crazy on the honey, but I'm gonna put a little bit of honey down. And then we'll put some brown sugar on here. I'm just using some light brown sugar. I don't need much, because you're gonna get a lot of sweetness from the honey. So just like that. I don't like to put a whole lot on mine, but of course you can always put a little extra on yours if you want. We're gonna put a little bit more of our wing dust on, just to get a little bit more of that buffalo flavor incorporated. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some Louisiana Hot Sauce. You can see I've just pulled back the label here. And we're gonna put that in. Now, a lot of folks actually use Louisiana Hot Sauce and butter to make a wing sauce, and it's really good. So we're just gonna kind of bake that in with our ribs here. And it's as simple as that. So now all I'm gonna do is just take these ribs, they're still a little hot. I'm just gonna place them face down in there. I'll put a little bit of honey on the back side here just to give us a little extra sweetness on that side. I'll put a little bit more of our sauce. Not too much, but just enough to get those flavors in. And then simple as that, we'll just wrap it up. And you can see we've got some really nice bone pull back here. So I know we're not gonna take very long when we go and put this back out on the pit barrel. All we have to do is swap out the hanger for our grill grate, and then we'll be ready to go. It doesn't have to look pretty. All right, this little package of goodness is ready to get back on the grill, so let's go throw it out there. Our ribs are ready to go back on. We're gonna put them on for probably, if I had to guess, about 2 hours, but we're really just looking for when those ribs are done. So when I've got that pullback and I basically pass what we call the bend test, that's when I'm gonna pull these ribs off, and then I'll rest them for maybe an hour or two. And I may glaze them. We'll see what they look like. So now I'm just gonna get it right in between that rebar, center it right over that fire, and we'll put it back on. It's as easy as that. We'll come back when we're ready to pull those off. Our buffalo style ribs have been on for about an hour wrapped. I just took a look at them. They're ready to come off, so let's pull them off the grill. Transfer them on my tray. Let's put that like that for now. Let's go inside, get these unwrapped, and take a look. All right, guys, we're back inside. We've let these ribs set up a little bit. Now take a look at these. They look absolutely beautiful. They smell like buffalo, but what we're gonna do now is they're still pretty warm. We've got some buffalo sauce. It's a keto buffalo sauce that we picked up. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put them back on the grill, opened in this boat like this, and then we're gonna kind of glaze with this buffalo sauce, and it should give us just that little bit of extra kick that we're looking for. So let's go out to the grill and do that. Okay, we're ready to go ahead and put this sauce on our ribs. So we're just gonna kind of paint these with a little bit of that sauce. I don't need a whole lot. Just gonna go kind of back and forth, let it kind of melt on there. Just give us a little extra flavor. Back in. I'll close that up. We're going to let those go for just about 10 or 15 minutes. We don't want to let them sit on there for too long and dry out. So we'll see you back in about 10 minutes when we're ready to pull these off, let them rest, and then we'll be ready to eat. Stay tuned. All right, guys, our sauce is set up for about 10 minutes now. So let's go ahead and pull these ribs off, and then we'll let them rest for a while. And you can see it's really caramelized up on top there. This rebar out. Quickly transfer that over. And there we go. All right, look at that. Look how good those look. We got a nice bark built up on there. Really nice caramelized sauce. All right, let's go inside, let these rest, and then dig in. Okay, guys. Our ribs have been resting now for about 10 minutes, and look at it. I mean, we've got a really nice bark that's built up here, and I mean, tender as can be. I mean, if I pick these up if I pick these up and they're unsupported in any one area for too long, they're gonna fall apart. So let's go ahead, I'll flip these over to make them a little bit easier to cut. And you can see, look at all that pullback we've got. If anything, these could even be considered a little overcooked, but I'm just gonna go right in there, cut one right out of the middle. Got a couple more here. Look at that rib. I mean, still really juicy. I mean, super, super tender. I think we're ready to take a bite out of this thing, man. This looks really, really good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. Ooh. Oh man. That's really good, guys. This is awesome. It doesn't taste like a buffalo wing, but you definitely taste the buffalo influence on it. It's got a good amount of heat, but you still feel a little bit of that kind of vinegar that you get from a typical buffalo sauce. This is really good, and then it kind of gets mellowed out by our brown sugar and our honey that we added in there. These are really good, guys. I like this. This is something that's going to be on the regular repertoire. I'm going to get one more bite. And they just fall off the bone there. I mean, look at that. Boy, these are really, really good. I don't know what to say other than that these are awesome. I really, really like our take on these, and they've got a little bit of heat, but they're not too spicy, so you could sit here and eat 3 or 4 of them, no problem. But man, I love these. These are they're absolutely awesome. I hope you guys go out and try this recipe or take your own spin on it. You know, nothing we do here is set in stone, but I hope you guys go out and enjoy something like this. I think this is a really awesome way to enjoy a rib, especially with the way chicken prices are these days. So until next time, I hope you go out there and have a really good time cooking.